We're back to ATM in. ATM in 5. I don't have specific actions for you this time because the video actually outlined specific actions that you could take in order to identify whether a friend is someone you should keep or someone that you should potentially part ways with. So instead, what I'm going to do this time around is tell you how to end the friendship effectively. I really think the most important thing to do when ending the friendship is to be as respectful as humanly possible. That means understand that the person in front of you, regardless of how the friendship went, is a human being, just like you. Meaning they don't want to be spoken to in a manner that makes them feel less than or makes them feel like a bad person. I have done that before when ending a friendship, and it's something that I regret till this day because I handled it so poorly, like it's just so incredibly poorly. I can't even begin to describe it. But with that being said, I don't want you to make the same mistake. So one thing that you can do is just let the friendship fizzle out naturally. This typically works out with friendships that aren't as close. So if this is a person that you're maybe good friends with but not best friends with, it works out pretty well because you guys might just stop texting each other as much, calling each other as much, inviting each other out to things as much, and then the friendship just fizzles out. The second way that you can end a friendship is by actually having a real conversation. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to literally end the friendship, meaning you guys just won't speak anymore and will not like each other. This just means that you are communicating what is going on within you. I would phrase it something like this. Let's call my imaginary friend Justina, because Justina is my wife, so I'm going to use that name because it's, I don't think anybody will be mad that I use the name Justina. If I was trying to end my friendship with Justina, what I would tell her is something along the lines of, hey, I think that we have had a lot of differences as of late, and I've noticed that it's caused some tension in our relationship because I think where I'm headed and where you're headed sometimes looks a little bit differently to us, and it doesn't allow us to be as close as we used to be. So I just don't want you to be upset with me because I think naturally it's going to be harder for us to keep in touch as much or be around each other as much. But that doesn't mean that I don't love you and you don't love me. We're still friends and I'm still there for you if you need anything. But simultaneously, I think that we need to acknowledge the fact that it's been a little bit strenuous to try to coordinate things with each other. And I think that as we grow up and as our lives are starting to develop into things, it's only natural that it gets harder for us to be around each other as much. But that doesn't mean that anything negative has happened between us. It just means at the end of the day, it's been really hard for us to obviously be exactly where we've always been. Now, mind you, I would only utilize the second way if the fizzling out portion is not successful or if you don't think that's going to work. There is a third and final way of going about it, but I wouldn't recommend this unless it is your literal best friend and you just realized you guys are growing apart. Be 100% honest about what's going on. They have earned that because they've been in your life for so long or have given so much, etc. Be honest with them and let them know why you're growing apart. This will be the only way they can actually get closure. So do them a favor and actually be honest with them about what's going on. With that being said, we're done. That's ATM in 5. I'll see y'all on the next one.